This is the truth. Wave hello to YouTube, everybody in chat. This is the truth about becoming a full-time gaming content creator. I've been doing this for the last 12 years, creating content on the internet as a gaming creator. I've made about 1,500 videos of my own between about 8 different channels. And I've worked as a gaming network executive to help creators make this thing happen for a living. I've helped tens of thousands of creators achieve billions of views per month. And I've seen all the successes and all of the failures possible, well, that I think are possible in this space. Whether you're trying to make it as a YouTuber, you're trying to make it as a Twitch streamer, you're trying to make it as a Facebook gaming creator, or you don't know which platform you should be on. What we're going to talk about today are all the realistic expectations that you should have as a content creator about how much time it's actually going to take, what the real odds and probability are for you to make this full time. And I'm going to be really hard on you guys, but you really need to make an assessment of whether you think you're cut out to make this happen. Because a lot of you guys out there that are creating gaming content on the internet, you're probably better suited to have gaming content creation be a hobby than to be your job. But a lot of you guys haven't realized that yet. And some of you guys out there that are watching the stream today and that are watching this replay later, which by the way, these are live on Twitch every single weekday, exclusively on Twitch. Link in the description below if you're not already following me on Twitch. But some of you out there today think that you want to be a gaming content creator, but actually you're best suited to make some other type of content. And that's going to be the thing that's actually your ticket to making the dream happen, but you haven't realized it today. You haven't realized it yet. And so I want to talk through all of that with you guys today. I want to talk through that process about how much work is required to make this happen, how long it's going to take to make this happen, what sort of personality attributes you need to actually push through and to make this thing work, and all of the pitfalls in between. I've helped everybody I've helped people that have been scammed out of $8,000 buying a channel. I've helped people that have gone from zero to making $50,000 per month in 6 months. I've helped people that have made 900 videos on YouTube and have never cracked a couple 100,000 views per month. I've helped people in every situation. So in live chat, I want you guys to tell me about what kind of sort of challenges you're running into, what you sort of think your future is in gaming content creation. And I'm going to help you understand what is realistic, what is not, and help you discover the fastest path for you to actually get what you want. Does that make sense? This is the truth about being a gaming content creator. I'm not going to sit here and feed you a bunch of crap about, hey, if you just do these things, you'll make it. I'm going to let you know what the real deal is. Because I think me, out of everyone on planet Earth, I actually think I have the most perspective on this of literally every person on Earth. Because I've literally been doing this for a living longer than everyone else. You ready? Let's go. Is that Mrs. Digital? Did you see Mrs. Digital somewhere? Did she poke her head through? Where is Mrs. Digital? Dr. Chill's in the house. What's up? What's up, YouTube? BitWars Mercenaries in house. Rip Pig01 is here. Good to see you. Great to see you. I am recording a YouTube video while I'm live. Yes. I'm doing a YouTube version of this that will be uploaded later. But folks that are here in live chat get to interact with me live and get to ask their questions live. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about today, in the background, this is games and coaching, right? While in the background, I'm playing this mission. Just some tactics game. It's fun. What I want to talk with you guys about is...
Eyes open, feet apart.
Turn down the volume. It's actually quite loud.
Elbow in.
All right. Is the realistic timeline that you guys are looking at to actually make this happen. So at a bare minimum, to become a full-time content creator,
We put a little spine in them.
What the hell
you're
did
looking
you
at a
do?
minimum of
3
probably
of my
2
people
years
just
at the
deserted.
very least. And that would be 2 years of you creating hundreds of pieces of content per year. That would be the bare minimum that you're looking at to actually make it happen. And that would be if you so quickly discover what your niche is and you discover what your thing is, that you're able to break through very, very quickly. And in order to make something like a 2-year, 0 to full-time gaming content creator timeline work, you need to have very quickly
Look, I don't like
acquired
doing things
all
the
of the
cop way
necessary
either,
skills
but
to
not
do
even
that.
Sid's as harsh as a
So what I mean by
blood
that
torture
is the
The
ability
locusts
to
took our
do
runaway
effective
captive nearby.
research on which topics are going to do well. The ability to do effective titles and thumbnails and metadata on things like YouTube videos. And the ability to succinctly deliver value to your audience and understand what audiences want in your particular niche. You'll need to figure that out to hit a 2-year timeline very, very quickly, and then begin executing on that almost immediately. And so the realistic prospect of you making all of that happen all at the same time, and then being able to turn all of that around into a full-time business in 2 years is relatively low. So what you're probably looking at, and yeah, Dr. Chills is posting about it in chat. By the way, Dr. Chills, congratulations on your recent certification. In order to make all of that happen, you're probably actually more realistically looking at something like a 5-year timeline. That's what Dr. Chills is putting in chat. Yeah, 5 years. Many of the big content creators that you see today that you like think got started like 2 years ago have actually been doing this for 7-8 years before they got big. And a lot of these content creators that are big today are potentially were failing for an extended period of time until they finally found that niche that helped them break out. And so you need to be prepared for that 2 to 5 year timeline if you're really dedicating yourself to the craft and you're really dedicating yourself to learning. And that is maybe crushing for some of you guys. You know, a lot of you guys may want to get out of that job faster. A lot of you guys may want to get out of school faster. A lot of you guys maybe want to spend all of your time doing content creation on the internet much faster than that. Look, I completely understand. I have been impatient. But as soon as you can have, let's say, a more realistic look at what that timeline is like, the more you can start to focus on things like long-term thinking. And what do I mean by that? I talked about this on the live stream yesterday, and folks that watch live are the only ones that actually get to get that content. That's an exclusive. That was a Twitch exclusive. There is no replay. But for those of you that watched live yesterday, one thing that we talked about, which we talked all about money, is you should plan out your financial objectives for your content creation as early as possible, so that you're looking to hit that monthly income that is required to go full-time as your #1 objective. The longer that you wait to do that, the longer that you wait to plan out the money, the longer that it's going to take for you to actually get to your end goal of making enough money to actually do this. So many of you guys will focus on and are currently focusing on the number of views that you're getting. You're focusing on the number of likes or comments that you're getting. You're focusing on the number of concurrent viewers that you're getting as the thing that determines your success. And at the end of the day, that's not what's going to determine your success. It's the amount of money that you make per month that determines your success. So for example, I'm doing this live stream on Twitch right now, and it's exclusive here. I only have a handful of people chatting with me right now. A lot of people that would look at this situation would go, Awall, your stream is failing right now. You know, how come you don't have more viewers? And I just started streaming on Twitch again after 10 years. How come you don't have more viewers on Twitch? You're failing. You're not getting the concurrence you need to make it a successful project or something like that. And what I would say is that I'm succeeding. I'm succeeding massively with my current strategy. And here's why. I am focused on that dollar amount that I need to make per month to support my family, to support my business, and to support the people I'm hiring to participate in this business and to help me with this business. And once I hit that number, which I'm super close to hitting that number right now, I am actually completely secure to do whatever I want with content creation. And so when I do content like this, I'm thinking about how does this live stream or how does this content help me generate leads for my particular business. That's how I am thinking about it. I'm thinking how does it generate revenue for my business? That's one big thing I'm thinking about. How does it generate revenue for my business? And if you don't have the answer as to how your live stream or how your YouTube channel or how whatever you're doing is going to generate revenue, like direct revenue for your business, if you don't have a very clear answer to that, then you probably shouldn't be doing that thing. Because it's not helping you pay your bills, and it's not helping you actually get the job done of going full time. And the hard truth that you guys all need to realize right now is that most creators aren't focusing on that. And that is a big reason why they're going to fail. They're going to say things like, whenever I talk to them in coaching calls, they're going to say things, they're not going to. They literally say things like, why is there all this red stuff on the ground here? I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing it. But they're going to say things like, hey, Awall, I'm trying to hit such and such amount of subs. Or I've almost hit such and such amount of subs, and I've almost hit my goal. I'm like, your goal of what? Hitting subs? Like, seriously? Like, so many people, oops, I guess that's what I wanted. But hitting subs doesn't help you do anything. So many people are like, I want to hit 100K. 100K subs? For what? In my head, I'm laughing at people when they tell me they want to hit a number of subs. That doesn't do anything for you. That doesn't do anything for your business. That doesn't do anything to actually help you succeed in what you're trying to accomplish as a creator. The number of subs you have is so freaking irrelevant. But yet everybody's focused on those vanity numbers because they feel that they need some sort of confirmation that what they're doing is okay. They need some sort of confirmation that this thing is going to be successful. And somehow them having that sub number there is what is going to make them feel okay about it. And that is an emotional need that a lot of people have that needs to be fulfilled. I understand that. But at the end of the day, that sub number is doing nothing to build your online business. Absolutely nothing. And so I would tell all of you guys, please stop focusing on vanity metrics like subscribers. 90% of you guys are doing it no matter how many times I tell you not to, or I advise you not to, or I tell you that that's a fruitless effort. And please start focusing on things like how much money you're going to be making per month. This is the ice cold truth about content creators. If you go to the Twitch subreddit, if you go to the formerly Mixer subreddit, if you go to even the small YouTuber subreddit, it's subs. It's how many subs do you have? How many followers do you have? All of these metrics like this. And it's such an unhealthy and such a useless culture of people obsessing over their freaking subs. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your subs but you. And guess what? When you're trying to pay your bills, nobody cares about how many subs you have. Hold on a second. Can I kick somebody? Kick a ticker. This removes the opportunity attack and will reduce its evasion. I'm just going to try to kick this dude and see what happens. All right, let's see here. You actually thought this would be easy, says Rig Pig, and I can do this no problem. But as I'm doing it for the past 3 months, I can see how much time and hard work it takes. Yeah, that makes sense. But the harder it gets, the more you enjoy it, so it's the learning that you enjoy. I'm glad you brought that up. So if you can enjoy the process of learning about content creation and even struggling at content creation, and that process can be enjoyable for you, then you're really somebody who could possibly get there. Then you're somebody who could actually get there. Because the process is everything. Like, in order to actually be able to punch through and make something like 1,000 videos before you go full time, or 500 videos before you go full time, or whatever it may be, in order to actually get through that process, let me see if I can. I used all my actions there. I'm probably going to lose this mission. You need to be somebody who loves the process of making content. And if you don't love it, then you're probably going to fall out of love with it quickly, and you're going to quit. If you don't love the struggle of, like, if you, there's something that Gary Vee says that I actually think is super, super true. And what that is that you need to fall in love with the idea of failing if you want to be successful as a creator. Like, you need to like it when you release a video. And I know that this sounds ridiculous, but you need to like it when you release a video that doesn't perform as well. You need to like it when you fire up a stream and it doesn't get the viewership that you want. You need to like it. Oh no, I kicked the dude. I kicked away the ticker, but it looks like it didn't do anything. So it looks like I just need to kill the tickers. Oh boy, this is going to be an extremely difficult mission. I'm
reloading.
I'm going to go see if I can... I understand. He wants me to help him. Wonder if I can kill this dude. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, so the people that are the most successful, like on my Discord server, for example, that are like actually making progress, are the ones that are constantly and obsessively thinking about, how can I improve my thumbnails? How can I improve what I'm working on? How can I obsess over those titles? How can I obsess over that research? How can I... Like, they're almost like punishing themselves, if you will, with the amount of work that they're having to do to actually create content. It's almost punishment. It's almost like self-punishment. And these sorts of people are the ones that are the ones that are going to be successful. Because they actually love the process of that punishing process of constantly having to improve, of constantly having to work on their edits, constantly having to try to improve that average view duration, whatever it may be, and failing over and over and over again to actually make any real or meaningful progress. That process kind of turns some people on. And if you can fall in love with that process, you can fall in love with being a YouTuber. You also need to fall in love with the idea of you're not going to understand what the right... Oh boy. God. These freaking bugs exploding over and over again is real bad.
You hear?
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to execute this dude and then go save my ally. My allies are getting crushed this mission. Gosh, that's so awesome. Smashing them with the gun is so awesome. Let me see if I can get over there and revive him. Nope.
Get over here.
So what I'm going to do is actually do this thing. Get the guy out of here. Okay. One other thing you need to be looking at is successful content creators are always looking for the next opportunity.
Gabe's a good man.
And so what do I mean by that? They're always looking at what the next big game is. They're always looking at what the next big platform is. They're always looking at what the next big strategy is or whatever to grow their channel. And they're never, ever, ever satisfied with where they're currently at. And so do you have that in you? Post in chat. Is that something that you have in you? Are you the type of person who's never satisfied with where you're currently at as a content creator? Some people would tell you that is a very unhealthy attribute to have in life. To never be satisfied, right? Oh boy, that sounds like a torturous life to lead. But as a content creator, that's actually an attribute that is quite positive and good, in my opinion. It is quite positive and good. Because you need to be the type of person who's always looking at what the next trend is. You need to be always looking at where the next opportunity is and hungry to take advantage of it. Hungry to take a risk.
Yep.
That's the type of personality that ends up succeeding in this industry and really making it. Are you one of those people? You're actually working on a new thumbnail style right now while you listen. That's great, Rip Pig. That's fantastic. Mrs. How do you pronounce your name? Miss Agafaifu? It's like sort of like Miss Waifu, but Agaifu? I don't understand your name. How to pronounce that name. Help me out with the pronunciation there. But yes, if you're that type of person that enjoys that process of always looking ahead, always looking to the next trend, then you're going to be on top because you're going to know what the best gear is. You're going to know what the best social media platform is. You're going to know how to juice out that algorithm on such and such platform. You're going to hear about that new promotional method. You're going to understand what the next challenge is on YouTube you could make a video about. Always wanting, like, obsessing about what's trending and what's coming next is something that is critically important to successful content creators. Almost all of them are obsessed with that. Almost all of them are completely overtaken by that. Are you? Or is that sort of a grind? Is that something that you have to force yourself to be into? If so, then this may not be the thing for you. This might not be the thing for you. It's Mr. Sagifu? Okay, cool. All the most successful people always want more. That's right. And so if you want to be successful as a gaming content creator, if you only take one thing away from this, you have to really be self-aware of what you're thinking about all day. Somebody like me, the reason why I've stuck with this all these years, it's a very punishing field to be in. Somebody like me, all I think about, like when I'm not like just literally with every single spare brain cell I have, I'm always thinking about what the next piece of content is I'm going to make. I'm always thinking about what's the next stream I'm going to do. I'm always thinking about how can I optimize that such and such strategy. I'm always thinking about what's my next move going to be. I'm always thinking about those things. Always. And the people I surround myself with that have been able to survive in the industry for 10 plus years, they think the exact same way too. If you aren't always thinking about those things too, or not thinking about those sorts of things with the majority of your time, or with the majority of your spare time, you're not obsessed with it. Maybe you haven't quite found your thing yet. Maybe gaming content creation is just a hobby for you. Maybe it's not the thing that's going to be your career. The reason why I bring that up is that the people that you're going to be competing against as a gaming content creator, they are completely obsessed with this all the time. And so for you to be able to break through versus those creators, you need to somehow get an advantage over them. And generally speaking, the people that work the hardest and they work the hardest to improve nonstop are the ones that win. So are you one of those people? Do you really struggle to keep your motivation up when you're making gaming content? If so, gaming content might not be your thing. Did you know that? You might not actually be a gaming content creator. Deep down, you might be some other type of creator. Let me share a couple examples with you that I've seen in my career of people that started as a gaming content creator, then shifted directions and became wildly successful as a result. And maybe that can inspire you. Maybe you know deep down, this isn't actually your thing, gaming content creation. But you love the content creation part, and you love the gaming part. But whenever you try to put those together, you always kind of give up. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Let me know if it sounds familiar to any of you. All right. Let's shoot some more explodey dudes.
Awaiting order.
I don't know what is up these stairs, but it's probably something that's going to try to kill me. So let's go. I'm going to wait for the rest of my crew. I'm going to go take cover and wait for the rest of my crew. I do not want this guy to explode. So here's an example of the type of person I'm talking about. So there's a creator I worked with. He's a former Googler. He was one of my contacts over at YouTube Gaming when we were launching together the YouTube Gaming app and the YouTube Gaming platform. And he started out as a gaming content creator.
Shake off the cobwebs, 'cause we need
And
your firepower.
as a gaming content creator, he was mildly, let's say, successful. He then became a Googler. He worked for Google. And then he ended up discovering that that wasn't actually his niche. And that his niche was,
Standing by.
interestingly, it was lifestyle, health, and fitness was actually his niche. And by pursuing lifestyle and health and fitness, he ended up becoming a wildly successful content creator. I'm talking wildly successful. His name's Alex Costa. He now has his own product line. He has millions of followers on the internet. His Instagram account is massively engaged, and he is just completely balling out as a content creator. He's really set up for success. His revenue's diversified, you name it. He's absolutely crushing it as a content creator. And if he had stayed with gaming forever, then he would have maybe been stuck for a long time. He would have maybe been stuck creating that gaming content forever and maybe never actually broken through as a creator. And he would have never broken outside the box. But somebody like Alex Costa is somebody that constantly experiments, constantly looks for new opportunities, and is always looking for ways to... It's a fact stacks every time the unit shoots. Okay, got it. And is always looking for ways to break through. And that's something that I want to share with you guys. You may think in your head that what you're currently doing is your jam and is your thing forever. But guess what? If it's not getting a lot of traction after like 100 or 200 videos or maybe even 300 videos, it's probably not your thing, man. And I'm sorry to say that. I'm so sorry to say that, because I know that you maybe love creating that type of content. But after you make 100, 200, 300 videos about it, and you actually maybe genuinely worked on improving your quality with it and what have you, and you still didn't make any traction happen, I would tell you that that is probably going to end up being more of a hobby for you than it is going to be a career.
Awaiting order.
And I know that might seem brutal. That might seem hard. It might be a tough pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, I want to tell you that, because if you guys have been having that sort of struggle up to this point, and you haven't been seeing the traction that you think you should be getting, and you have been doing hundreds of videos with it, maybe you should switch niches. Maybe you shouldn't be making gaming content. Maybe you should make content about something that maybe you have, let's say, professional success with, rather than gaming content. Let's say for a living you do welding. I'm just going to throw out a random example here. Maybe this inspires you, maybe it doesn't. Oh god, he's going to shoot me with a shotgun. Did they kill me, or I think they missed me? Did that person just miss me point blank with a shotgun? Oh my god. You see that? Okay, that did not miss. That did not miss. Okay. Oh my gosh. That was ridiculous. I think he missed point blank. He probably had like a 4% chance to miss. So, let me talk to you about finding your thing. All right. So, if you've made those hundreds of videos and you haven't found their thing, but let's say your real life job is something like, I don't know, I used welding as an example a moment ago. Let's say you're a welder, and let's say you're a really good welder. You could make videos about welding on YouTube, and then it could turn out that could be wildly successful for you. Like, it could just blow away all the other type of content that you're making. You make content about your area of expertise. People are like, holy crap, finally somebody's making a welding video on YouTube that's worth half a damn. And your first handful of videos after about a year get like 90,000 views, 100,000 views. Whereas all the gaming stuff you were always making didn't get anywhere near that amount of traction. That is a good thing. That is not a bad thing. And I wouldn't view that as being a failure, for example. I would view that as being a success of you testing out different content and then finally figuring out what your niche is. Lots of creators out there go through this experience, and gaming content creation is very much a, like, let's say, starter drug, I guess you could say, that gets people into content creation, but isn't necessarily their path to success. It's like not a starter drug, it's a gateway drug to content creation. Let's see if I get a critical. Oh, I didn't get a critical. I wish I had gotten a critical there. So perhaps gaming content creation is the thing that leads to you actually being successful one day. Have you ever considered that? Have you ever considered that? Think about it. Do you have something that you do in your real life job that you are an absolute expert in? Have you ever tried to make content about that? You should maybe consider it. If gaming content creation isn't working out for you. Because gaming content creation is one of the most competitive niches there are. And I mean, just on Twitch, for example, you're competing against 10 million streamers here. On YouTube, you're competing against 1 million streamers. And on Facebook Gaming, you're competing against 250,000 streamers. The odds of actually breaking through within gaming as a niche is relatively low. But just to go with the welding example I brought up a moment ago, insert thing you do. Maybe you're a chef, maybe you're a carpenter, maybe you're a whatever. Who knows? Oh! That was messed up. That was super savage.
Gotta reload.
But let's say you're making welding videos. I'm just going to keep using this welding example. If you're making welding... What I missed? I missed with my sniper rifle. Again! I missed with my sniper rifle from 5 feet away. I would like to repeat that information. I missed with my sniper rifle from 5 feet away. That just happened. But if you're making welding content on YouTube, I'm just using welding as an example, obviously, then you're maybe competing against 10 people. So where are your odds the best? Competing against 10 people for audience, or competing against 10 million people for audience? Where do you think your odds are the best, guys? Let's do a couple calculations here. Let me plug that into the probability of success computer. And the result tells us that the niche with welding obviously would have a much higher chance of being a successful content creation venture for you. So think about it. Do you have an area of expertise where you make content that may be able to break through? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Have you ever thought about it? Why not just test out making a video or two with it right now, just to see how it goes? No joke. You may be pleasantly surprised with the results, and you may realize that you're actually the guy for whatever, right? Like the guy for whatever type of content it is, and you never realized it until now. I am in a very bad position right now. In this game. All right, I'm gonna see if they're gonna try to come down the stairs right here, and then I'm gonna deal with that. Is anything I'm telling you guys hitting home? I'm just trying to tell you guys like the ice cold truth about all of this. I'm trying to tell you the ice cold truth about how all of this works. And things that I've seen really talented, really smart people realize over time that they probably wish they had realized sooner. You haven't found your niche yet after 4 years, says Mystic Ninja Soul. I understand. So maybe you're one of those. So this is why I'm saying some of these things that I'm saying on the stream right now. I'm not trying to be disheartening. I'm not trying to tell you guys to stop creating gaming content. But when people like you, Mystic Ninja Soul, tell me, I have been doing this for 4 years and I have not been able to find my niche. Do you think it's possible, Mystic Ninja Soul, that your niche is not in gaming? Now it is possible that you could find your gaming niche tomorrow. It's possible that you could find your gaming niche 3 years from now. I mean, there's a content creator I constantly bring up, a good friend of mine, I would say an old friend of mine, that was one of my former contract employees over at Broadband TV. His name's Aurora Khan, and he created over 1,000 videos, gaming content videos on YouTube, before he ever broke through. And then finally, like 7 years and 1,000 freaking videos later, he discovered Monster Hunter World, and it took his channel from like 30,000 subscribers to over 100,000. I'm just giving you guys that number to help you understand how that increased his audience and all of a sudden he expanded his reach. And of course, that translated into real things like getting views, monetized views, and making thousands of dollars per month as a result of that. That was a huge moment for him, but it took like 5+ years and like 1,000 videos for him to find his gaming niche. That was his breakout niche. Do you guys have that in you? Do you have 5+ years and 1,000 videos in you? That's the ice cold truth about gaming content creation, my friends. Sometimes that's what it takes. And that's why I'm telling you guys, maybe you should consider exploring other niches or combining 2 niches together at the same time. So for example, right now, you guys are all watching some guy, me, play video games while talking about social media strategy, live streaming strategy, YouTube strategy. So what I'm doing right now is I'm combining the area that I have professional expertise in, which is helping creators in social media strategy and all of my knowledge as a marketing executive. I'm combining that professional expertise I have with gaming, which is something I love to make content about, or at least just be a part of. And I'm combining those together at the same time to create a new creation here on Twitch. That's what I'm doing. Is it possible for you to take that area of professional expertise, that area, that thing that you're really good at, that really unique thing that you're good at? Maybe you're great at playing the piano. Maybe you're great at soccer. Maybe you're a great artist. Maybe you're really good at watercoloring. I don't know. Is it possible to combine that with one of your other interests to create something brand new? Mixing and matching is also an option. You don't have to completely abandon gaming content creation to find your niche. Perhaps combining 2 of your interests together at the same time creates that new niche for you, where you can break out and do something completely original and different. Like what I'm doing right now, games and coaching. There's like one person out there I know that does something like this. I think Alpha Gaming does something like this on Twitch. Who else does this? Nobody. Does that make sense? Okay. So, chat here. It's funny, you've been thinking about doing cooking and you've been working and owning a restaurant since you started at 14 when you came to Italy. That's really interesting. So, cooking is a no-brainer. If you know how to cook for real, if you've been in the restaurant industry for a long time and you know how to cook for real, man, doing tutorial videos on that, teaching people how to cook could be huge. I mean, doing a live stream where you combine cooking and games could be huge. Doing gaming-themed recipes, gaming-themed, cooking challenges, you name it. Combining cooking and gaming could be huge. Or just obviously just doing cooking. But with something like cooking in the food vertical, it's an incredibly competitive vertical that's got a lot of super talented people in it and mega corporations to compete with. And so you want to have a really unique angle. And you probably want to combine cooking with something else. Gamers, I'm talking to you. You probably want to combine gaming, your gaming content creation, with something else if you want to break through. How many times have I said this on the stream? Just chatting is the #1 category on Twitch multiple weeks this year. And moving into 2021 and beyond, just chatting is going to continue to be the biggest thing on this platform. So what are you going to do to ride that trend? Are you noticing what I'm noticing in terms of viewer behavior? More and more viewers over time want less of the games and they want more of the +1. They want more of the extra on top of the games. In my case, it's coaching for creators. In your case, it's what? Cooking? Maybe. Think about it. Is that triggering some ideas for you? Think about it. Mystic Ninja Soul says, oh, hold on a second. Rigpig said here. I am jack of all trades, but master of none, if you get me. I understand. And you've built, carved, and made furniture, photography, Photoshop, graphic design, video editing. Jesus, my head hurts now. I understand what you're talking about. So you could consider making tutorial videos for furniture on how to make a chair, how to make a table, how to properly nail a nail, how to swing a hammer. Basic crap like that. And you would probably be blown away by how many views you get. How to properly swing a hammer. Maybe you make that and you get like 25,000 views. I'm not joking. These basic skills, these basic things that you guys know, you can build an audience with them and you can monetize them. And that can help contribute towards you being able to make gaming content too for a living by being able to work from home full time and by being in the creator space. Seriously, think outside the box, creators. If you're trying to do the exact same thing as everybody else, then how do you think you're going to get a different result from all the zeros out there? Right? Cool. Let's see if I can survive this scenario or not. I may or may not. Let's give it a try. I only have a handful of turns left here and may or may not work. Okay. The comment here from Mystic Soul Ninja is, I know that on Facebook Gaming I get more views playing DBD. I don't know what that is. Anyway, but on Twitch, barely anything. However, when I do just chatting or tarot readings, ooh, you do tarot card readings. That's cool. You get more people. Twitch Sings is something that you did and you get a lot of views, but Twitch Sings is going away, right? Because of the DMCA takedowns. So tarot card readings, now that is a super interesting niche you could go into. I mean, seriously, it has an element of surprise. It has an element of, obviously, mystical intrigue. And doing tarot card readings of your viewers or people that are live or whatever while you're on the stream, I mean, that's something that, obviously, it's a throwback to earlier times where things like tarot card readings were like, let's say, more of a mainstream thing, you could say, in culture. But at the end of the day, people are interested in that. People believe that, you know, there is some sort of mystical force in the universe and that, you know, and that if you use, you know, these different methods, you can find these truths through these sorts of mystical forces. And that's something that's really interesting and that people, you know, and that people would be interested in watching content for. So I would consider maybe doing that niche a little bit more. Maybe looking at more tarot card readings. I'm not joking. Maybe try doing more of those streams. That's unique. I have not heard of anybody doing tarot card readings. That's pretty freaking cool. I like that. Maybe people tip you and maybe you do a digital tarot card reading of them and you, like, you know, tell them their fortune or whatever it may be. That is really cool. Like, I can definitely see that being successful and starting to take off. Maybe positioning yourself as like the tarot card reading person or whatever. That's cool. I like that. That's smart. It's unique. It's different. It's different than doing the same old crap as everybody else. That's what's really important here. It's different than doing the same old crap as everybody else. That's the last thing you want to do. Is the same old thing as everybody else.
Yes! I'm ready for it.
Other comments from here. Yeah, so Rig Pig is saying you've seen a guy playing drums with a controller or playing with drums as the controller. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people, you know, trying to do something unique. There's like a whole community of people that like play Overwatch with, you know, there's one dude that like plays Overwatch with a banana or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they'll do something unique. Wow. Just exploded him with that critical hit. Holy moly. That was one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah.
So whatever that unique angle is that you want to hit, that's cool. That can totally work. That can totally be a thing with your content creation. And, you know, maybe that can be what helps you break through.
Roger that.
All right. But once again, if you're going to do one of those unique things like that, where like your angle is like, I play video games with bananas or apples or fruit, then just keep in mind it's going to be a lot more work to come up with unique concepts of ways that you're playing that video game. You know what I mean? You're going to have to come up with way after way after way of playing that video game that nobody's ever heard of. You know what I mean? And so that's going to require a lot of planning prior to your live streams. But, of course, that could pay off. All of that extra planning. Dr. Chill says that you have expertise on helping. Hey, Dusky, I see you down there. And Sage Network, I see you. I'm scrolling down through the comments. I'm going to get to everybody's comment. I want to make sure I go from the top and I don't miss anybody who, especially on these coaching streams, some people reach out for help. And this is like the one stream they're going to. They're like, damn, I'm really frustrated and I really want to break through. I want to make sure I address everything you guys say, okay? Thanks for being patient with chat. Dr. Chill says, I have expertise on helping people deal with toxicity in groups, work, home, etc. And you're thinking of making a channel with this also. It's possible, Dr. Chills. I mean, I have been on calls with you. And you are a very chill dude. Did you know that? And one of the interesting things about you is that your personality, your vibe, is something that obviously people will gravitate towards on the internet. Looking for maybe a calm and sound take on the world in these unprecedented times, as we keep calling it over and over again. But maybe you're that calm and sane take on the world or how to deal with situations that people need on YouTube. Maybe that could be a way for you to break through in addition to your gaming content. What if you even combined, think about this, what if you combined your gaming content with content like that? Where you're helping people, you know, be a part of better gaming communities, just as an example. And you're helping them avoid toxic online relationships, not just toxic relationships in their real life. That could be an angle for you using your professional skills, Dr. Chills, to help people on the internet. And whenever you can think about what that true value is that you're dropping on people when you're helping them on the internet, that is your path to success. That is your path to success. Can you figure out what that value is? If you can figure out what the value is that you're going to deliver to your viewers, and in that case, helping people avoid toxicity in their lives and be happier, I mean, come on. That's a no-brainer. Has anybody out there in the audience ever experienced toxicity? Raise your hand. And would you like less of that? Dr. Chills may be able to help. That sounds like some real value you could deliver audiences. Anyway, once again, yet another interesting angle, an interesting thing you could combine with gaming content to provide a new experience and to provide new value to viewers as the whole gaming space moves less and less from a gaming-only experience to a combination of gaming and all these other things at the same time. I keep bringing this up as a theme today because this is the truth about gaming content creation today. Is that all of these niches combined is the reality that we live in. Just chatting, plus this, plus that, plus the other, that is what we live in right now. Just being able to play games on the internet, obviously you aren't going to be successful doing that. Just talking about games on the internet, you can't be successful at that. You got to dive into a niche within a niche within a niche, a subtopic within a subtopic within a subtopic to be able to make it out there and to be able to punch through. Okay? That's what I'm trying to drill through to you guys. That's what I'm trying to punch through into your head on this live stream. Mystic Ninja says, I have a certificate in web technologies and have a correctional behavior health certificate. That's interesting. I wonder if you, with your correctional health certificate, could have some interesting stories to share about folks that have been in the correctional system. And, you know, you could potentially share how, you know, share maybe anonymous stories or what have you that could inspire people to improve their own lives. That could be interesting content for you to share with the world. That sounds like something cool to me. Sounds like something very cool to me.
Solid copy.
Dusky Gaming says, I've seen a creator that does that and it's really cool. They use channel points or donations for people to purchase items. That's cool. Sage Network, yeah. Tarot Tuesdays. You do Tarot Tuesdays. Have you considered, are you restreaming your Tarot Tuesdays on multiple platforms? Is there a way you can take like highlights of that, like the most shocking readings that happened, and turn those into like shocking. I'm thinking like, how do you turn those into really shocking looking thumbnails, shocking looking titles to upload like interesting readings that happen, tarot readings to YouTube to get clicks? That's what I'm thinking about. Is there an angle for you to break through? Is there an angle for you to get more clicks and to grow your audience with that Sage Network?
Get to the APC. These grubs ain't taking anyone else today.
Awaiting orders.
You've been recorded on here since you started back in, okay, that makes sense. Ripig, you've actually I tickled your brain a little bit. That's good with this live stream. That's literally what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to tickle your brains, everybody, to think differently about content creation, to think differently about how this whole thing could play out for you.
Roger that. I read you.
All right, let's try to get some of these dudes near the edge. I'm going to try to keep them within the range of this heal. I tickled your brain. You're going to do dumb down on how to use tools. Did you know that there are people like me? You call it dumb down. But there are people like me where my stepdad, he who raised me, he never taught me how to use tools on a basic level. Like, I learned a little bit along the way of how to properly use a hammer or a screwdriver or whatever, but like, I'm just kind of like, I just end up searching YouTube videos to basically learn almost everything that has to do with handiwork. Now that I own a home, I really could use a better resource to help teach me how to fix things around my house, because I never learned those skills in the past. And those are things that I need. And I bet there's a lot of people out there just like me that are just like that, that really wish they knew how to do all of these things around the house or whatever, and they just don't know how. And just basic tutorials. I think a lot of people are overlooking those. You know, you don't have to do like extremely, you know, complicated things where you're, you know, where you're teaching people how to do like really hardcore, you know, tutorials on like how to fix up your house or like very complex things. You could just teach people basic stuff and it could make a huge impact and it could provide a lot of value on top of the gaming content creation that you're doing. The thing is, you're always wanting to experiment. You're always wanting to look and see what the top performing content is so that you can, you know, always make good, like, let's say, numbers-based decisions. Let's see if I can get a frag grenade down there.
Moving out.
And so if, let's say, your basic tools videos or like handiwork tutorial videos or carpentry skills or whatever it ends up being videos are performing by far the best, then let the numbers speak to you. Let the numbers tell you that is actually your path to becoming a full-time creator, or at least generating some income, making creation from home, creating content from home. And that's something that, you know, you shouldn't take lightly. You found something really cool. You found a unique niche that is really, really cool, that that is giving people a lot of value. That's something to be proud of, and that's something that a lot of people just wish they had.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna see if I can frag grenade this next bug. I don't want to deal with these bugs at all. These bugs caused me major issues last time. I'm just gonna see if I can grenade them out of here. Let the numbers speak to you. Let the truth speak to you. The truth shall set you free. And the truth in content creation is wherever the view numbers are coming from, wherever the audience growth is coming from, wherever the revenue is coming from, that's what you want to be looking at. That's where that's how your business is going to be built, is doubling down on those items, doubling down on what's working. Doubling down on what's working is what builds channels. These big creators that are, you know, they're big shots in their particular niche or whatever. You're like, man, how did they get there? How did they make that incredible Minecraft channel? Or how did they make that whatever channel? And at the end of the day, they probably made that channel by experimenting with that type of content And then one day they realized, oh my God, this thing is getting way better performance. Oh, how did I miss? Wow. They probably realized that one day that type of content was getting way better performance than all of their other types of content. And so they decided, okay, well, I guess this is my big winner. And they followed the numbers, they followed the traction, and then they got success as a result.
Keep 'em coming.
Beautiful. So I'm going to move this dude down here. Can't jump. I can't jump the fence. Okay, that's fine.
You got it.
You were in corrections. You were in a mental health unit, and you could help people dealing with PTSD because you're going through it yourself. Okay. I mean, making videos on how to help people with PTSD is something that could be insanely useful on YouTube. And obviously, you know, being responsible with how you provide that information is really important. Letting them know, look, I'm not a licensed therapist, or like, this isn't like me being your therapist, but I'm going to give you generally good advice on how to improve your mental state, or, you know, whatever it may be. And so as long as you're responsible in how you provide advice to audiences in that regard, that can be an interesting niche that you can break into, that you can build audience with, and that helps people. If you're actually an expert in that area, absolutely you should be doing that. Absolutely you should be providing that expertise. People need help with these subjects, right? So why not make content that helps people? Of course.
Got one.
Why not make content that helps people? Is that, I mean, I'm going to talk about the no-brainer of a century. Make content that helps people. Okay. I mean, educational content, content that helps people is the backbone of almost every channel that ever
I
made
see
it.
the objective.
Reloading. Cover me. I read you.
Let me see if I can long shot this dude. Shoot, and if the target is downed or killed, this unit reloads. Interesting. Shoot, and if the shot gains concussed status, concussed units are interrupted and cannot act their next turn. Interesting. 77% to concuss. Let's see if I can concuss this guy.
Low on ammo.
Okay, I need to be really close for some reason with this long shot to make anything happen.
All out. Time to reload. Okay.
Yeah, so to your point, RigPig, about making basic tutorials on things. So you're right. A lot of channels out there are going way too advanced on the tutorial content, for sure. They're going way too advanced. And what they'll do is they'll, you know, they're thinking, well, I don't need to teach people this basic thing because they already know it. So like, why would I do that, right? And the bottom line is there's probably more viewers out there in any niche, especially within gaming and any other niche. There's more people out there that need to know the basics in almost every niche than there are people that want to know the advanced stuff. And so that's why I'm constantly encouraging my followers and people that watch my streams and watch my strategy videos. By the way, if you guys are not following on Twitch already, this is live coaching that happens every single weekday. Follow on Twitch. Like, you got to be kidding me if you're not following on Twitch already. Do it. Oh, wow. That unit is looking real bad right now. They are looking super duper dead if I don't help them out.
Heavy on standby.
Let me see if I can revive my ally. Or actually, let me see if I can kill this enemy. One more. Got him. Now I'm going to revive my ally. Oh boy, that was bad. Getting shotgunned in the face by a dude and dying probably hurts. But yeah, that's why I'm constantly telling everybody, go make tutorial videos that are like basics tutorials, because the audience is larger and the discovery is better. And most of the big YouTubers leave the basics behind once they get big, because they're always looking at like what's trending. They're looking at what's next. They're looking at what's new, and they're seeing that as their opportunity to grow. But at the end of the day, as a small creator doing the basics tutorials, you can really break through and you can build a relationship with people that are entering that niche for the first time.
Sniper on standby.
And that is something that is a really fantastic strategy that's tried and true for creators to grow from 0 to something that matters. Okay. Lithium Raven asks, this is definitely a challenge that content creators have regularly. Should you reveal your real name, or should you go by a pen name or a nickname or a gamer tag or whatever it is? And so I would tell you this. If you're asking yourself if you should go by your real name or a pen name or a nickname, the answer is you should probably go by a pen name or a nickname. Because there's something in you that's uncomfortable with revealing your real name that has you considering using something that's not your real name, okay? So if you're hesitant at all for any reason about using your real name with creating a brand or creating content on the internet, do not use your real name. You need to be 100% confident in it. And you need to make sure that you don't have any anxiety about using your real name in your content moving forward. You don't want to have that kind of haunting you in the background, if you will. You know what I mean? With every piece of content you make, every comment you get, every social media interaction you get, if you're wondering, you know, is this guy going to try to steal my identity? Or is this person going to try to come to my address and like knock on my door one day? If you have anxiety about that and if you're scared about that, then don't even worry about putting your real name out there. Create a brand, create a nickname, use your gamer tag, whatever. It's fine. Audiences don't care. The only time you need to use your real name is with your friends, with your family, or if you're like applying for a job or signing a contract. Those are the only times you have to use a real name. People are so used to interacting with people's aliases on the internet, it's fine. Like even this avenue, I'm comfortable telling everybody my name is Andrew Wall, but the brand name I use is Awall Digital. So even I'm using an alias, right, on the internet. Does that make sense? So if you're hesitant at all, don't use your real name. Guys, I feel like we covered a lot of really valuable things on the stream today. Thank you all for sharing. And I hope I opened up your mind with what the realistic timeline looks like, the amount of effort looks like, and what it's actually going to take to be a gaming content creator. And for those of you that have been struggling and you can't break through, I hope that I gave you some fresh ideas of maybe going after something that you're already an expert on, maybe combining what you're an expert on with gaming, and trying some new combination that's outside of the box. Because at the end of the day, this is a long journey. This is going to require a lot of work. And if you can do something different than what others are doing and have some sort of unique twist, you will be able to find your niche. And maybe gaming content creation is just a hobby for you. Or maybe it's just the gateway, the entry point for you to be able to discover what your true calling really is. Thank you so much for watching, and share this video, share this live stream, and share what I'm doing with just one creator. I would appreciate that. Adios.